Welcome to the VarsityKansas.com Big Show. I am Joanna Chadwick of the Wichita Eagle and VarsityKansas.com, and we are taping here at KSN. My guest today is Derby football coach Brandon Clark. Thanks for being here.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, I tell you, congratulations on getting to the 6A title game. I'm not sure if there's any of us who would say that we did not expect this to happen, but this was your goal. Now that you're here, how sweet is it?
It's pretty sweet. You know, our goal is to win a state championship, so this is part of the goal, I guess you would say. But to see the kids and how hard they've been working, you know, it's awesome as a coach to be in a state championship game, but it's awesome to see how excited the kids are and how excited the community is. It
was pretty cool to watch. You know, they were told no running onto the field to celebrate. It's like that; those fans were just sitting there like, no, we have to celebrate. It was really cool.
Yeah. Just one thing that our high school has, it, you know, not only we talk about family and with our football team, but Mr. Hamblin, our principal, talks about family all the time as a school, and I really truly believe our school feels like one big family. You know, it's not like soccer versus football or football versus soccer. Everybody cheers for everybody. It's pretty cool.
That is pretty special. All right, well, let's go back to the first game of the season. It's you guys versus Salina South, number 1 in 6A versus number 1 in 5A. Great matchup. We knew it would be. You guys just didn't do what you needed there to win, did you?
No, we didn't. I would say, you know, it was game one. I think we over-prepared our kids. I'll take the blame for that loss. We had a lot of things running through their heads, and as a coaching staff, we've got better. We kind of just got to let our kids play, you know, prepare them and have a simple game plan. And then after that week, we made a couple transitions with some personnel and stuff like that, and that helped out too. But for the most part, we always talk about winning each day and getting better each day. And from that period on, I felt like our team has done a pretty good job of buying into that.
Boy, I don't know. I mean, you go back to you've won every game since that first game, and you look at those games, it's very difficult to find where you aren't playing well, and I'm sure that you can pick it apart. But, I mean, that defense has been phenomenal. How good are they, and who is really playing well?
No, our defenses, they're playing really well. You know, we've got great defensive coaches who put together a game plan, and then we have kids that, I mean, we could put together a really, really simple game plan, and they just, you know, make it look easy because they get off blocks and they're fast and they're physical. But we've got a ton of kids on there. Our secondary is really good. We got two corners, Alec Martin and Shane Fowler, who cover really well. Our safeties, Travis Young and David Tollis, they do a great job. They're very aggressive, but they also do a good job of reading the pass, so they're able to sit back on pass. And then our front seven with Jose Delgado and Jordan Hill and all those kids in there, they do a great job of where they can just, you know, stop the run and able to let our secondary make plays when it is a passing game.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen several games of you guys this year, but the Mays and the Garden City games totally impressed me with that defense because those are legit offenses. I mean, they proved themselves through the course of the year that they could do it all, and you guys shut them both down. I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah, like I said, we have good cover guys, but your cover guys are only as good as your defensive line who get to the quarterback. If you let any good quarterback, like the Mays quarterback and the Garden City quarterback, have time to throw with the weapons that they have as receivers, they're going to find somebody and be able to complete a pass. But we have a good defensive line that gets to the quarterback and puts pressure on them. So we felt like those two games they did pretty well.
We'll talk about your offense. There's so many weapons there. I mean, you've got Jeremy Dunham, who has done such a good job with the run, with the pass, but if you want to throw Caleb Arnold in there, you can. You've got Tyler West, a 4-year guy at running back, but when he got hurt, there was Garrett Sanders. I mean, of course, there's DeAndre Goolsby out at tight end. He's going to Florida. How many weapons do you feel like you have there?
We have quite a few weapons. We're pretty blessed this year, but I mean, it starts with our quarterback, and our quarterback does a great job. I think he's thrown maybe one pick this whole year, so he does a good job of conducting a game, and he knows he has weapons, and he knows he just needs to get the balls to those weapons. So if it's a pass, he gets the ball there, or if it's an audible or trying to get to one of the guys going in motion or whatever. I mean, Tyler West is an awesome running back, and having Garrett Sanders as a backup is truly amazing. And then Caleb Arnold, who, you know, if you start scheming against him, he can play quarterback, he plays receiver for us, he plays running back. The only thing he doesn't do is offensive line. And then DeAndre, who usually takes a linebacker over him and a safety in the play-action pass. So, DeAndre is going to open up the run game, and our run game is going to open up DeAndre. So they kind of use each other in that.
That's pretty impressive. Well, this is you guys are back in the state championship game for the first time since '02. That was under Tom Young. But you've played in the semifinals. This was your 5th time in 6 years. You know, you talked a little bit Friday night about the pressure. Was there pressure or not with having played in those semifinals and not getting to the championship? Did you feel that?
Not really. There was a little bit of pressure this year just because everybody's telling us we should win. You know, and when everybody tells you should win, you feel a little external pressure. But internally, we knew if we just took care of ourselves and didn't put the ball on the ground and created a couple turnovers on defense, that we would put ourselves in position to win that game. And that's what the kids did. They kept the ball in their hands and stopped their offense. So did a really good job of that.
Talk about going into this championship game. You're playing Shawnee Mission East, a program that has never been in the state title game. It's coached by Dustin Delaney, who was a former Hutchinson assistant. They run the Flexbone offense, which of course you see twice every year in Hutch and Heights. I mean, how do you feel going into this game? I mean, there's got to be some sort of familiarity there, isn't there? Yeah,
well, Coach Delaney and I are actually pretty good friends. He was actually in Derby for a couple years and coached out in Clearwater, I think, and then went to Hutch and learned the Flexbone and did all that stuff and was tutored very well. And then he went up to Emporia, then Shawnee Mission East. But he's done a fantastic job. You know, they run their Flexbone, but they have a different style of Flexbone. They don't run what Heights does. They don't run what Hutch does. They do some, but they've got their own style. They're just basically the same formation. So we definitely have our hands full. And their defense, in my mind, is what's kept them in and won a lot of games. They've had a lot of close games this year, and their defense plays as a total unit. They're not selfish players. They're aggressive, and we definitely have our hands full with our offense against our defense.
Well, good luck to you on Saturday. I'm looking forward to a great game, and it's a great venue, too. I mean, Washburn, that's such a nice field there.
Yeah, we're excited. Very excited.
Good luck to you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, let's take a look back at last week's games. And in Class 5A, it was Salina South playing Capon, and Salina South comes away with the win there. They will play Blue Valley, the same team that handed Salina South its 2nd straight loss in September. Should be a good game. Those are two very evenly matched teams. Salina South, I think, is the favorite there, simply because, well, that's what I've said since the beginning of the year, so why would I back off it now? All right, looking in Class 4A. Buhler beat Holton. Now, if you are not a Buhler fan and you guess that would be the outcome there, I say you're lying. Holton they came into this game with their huge winning streak, defending champs. They had just taken down Andale, who beat Buhler. And this is not a knock on Buhler. It's just Holton was so good. That is a huge win for Buhler to get to that championship game. It just proves that this team is as good as they were. I mean, they played Andale really close. They've got Riley Allen healthy. They've got Denton Branscombe right behind him. They got Jace Williams at quarterback. This is a team that's evenly balanced. They're not going to have it easy with Coffeyville, a very athletic team, but I still make them the favorites in Class 4A. All right, well, we'll have stories on Derby and Buhler heading into those state championship games. If you're heading out to a championship game on Saturday, enjoy it. If you're looking for basketball, it's only about a week and a half away. So check out the previews at VarsityKansas.com and in the Wichita Eagle for your favorite team or for when your favorite team's preview will run. I will be chatting on Wednesday at VarsityKansas.com from 1 to 2, so definitely check that out. Have a great week, and thanks for watching. All right, Coach.